Hello! Right, I am way too caffeinated for this video, but I'm going to make it anyway. Today we are talking about the different ways that we can stand out from our competitors on Etsy. And I'm going to jump in, but it's in no particular order. The first one is going to be photographs. If you've been here for any length of time, you know I like talking about photographs. I know that annoys some of you. Not apologising, they're important. Now, I'm not just going to say, take good photographs or take magazine quality photographs or whatever. My tip here is, you know that piece of advice that gets bandied around a lot, go look at what your competitors are doing and be inspired. I hate that. My advice would be to go and see what your competitors are doing, do something completely different, because that's how you stand out. But seriously, in terms of photographs, if you are in a niche where a lot of your photographs have pale backgrounds or the background's completely cut out. Say, for example, people stick the items into Canva and they remove the background and it has a nice, clean, crisp, white background. It can all start to look a little bit samey. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to go with a bright pink background, although that would help to get people's attention. It's not going to be appropriate in all niches. If we talk about, for example, the bridal niche, there's a sort of colour palette there, so you don't want to be going on with the neons, unless of course the neon loving brides are your target customer, in which case yes you do. Before I made this video, I had a quick look on Etsy and I put in the first thing that came to my head, which was personalised leather wallets, and I noticed with the backgrounds they were all of them had just wooden backgrounds, but the one that caught my eye especially was one that had a wooden background, but it was blurred out, and they had straw. There was straw in it, and I don't know why that kept pulling my eye away, except it was the only one. Everybody else had wooden backdrops, and this one added in a little something different, another element that didn't take away from the wallet, but just helped it stand out from their competition. And that's what I mean with your photographs. Right, because I'm already getting distracted, I've got my notes out and I've written here, something original or new. Well, isn't that helpful? What I actually meant by that was, what is it about your item that makes it unique from the others out there? Now would be a good time to bring out an example, and I've just realised I don't have one essentially to hand. The best thing that I've got are these stick and stitch patches that I make. My niche is hand embroidery, FYI, and a lot of people within my niche make these little stick and stitch patches. You can put them on fabric and people stitch them up. Mine, that I can tell, are one of the few that are hand drawn, hand designed. Most are clip art that people print onto water soluble stabilizer and then cut them into patches and bish bash bosh. These are hand drawn, darling. No clip art here. That is one way that I try to stand out from the others, and touch wood, it's working so far. So that's my point. Whatever your niche is, what is it that you do that already enables you to stand out? Lean into that. And here's another little tip that I myself need to listen to and apply more. Shout about it. If there is something about your item that makes you different to your competition, lean into that. Make sure you're telling people about it. Now, this one can really help you take off in terms of sales and just getting attention from your target customer. But it's one that's not often utilised because it's personalisation and customisation, which Etsy themselves push hard. They usually mention it in every single trend report going, which always tickles me because I don't think it's a trend. I think it's been relevant on Etsy for so long, and trends come and go by their very definition. That's why they're a trend, and they come and they say hi and they bugger off. Personalised and customised items on Etsy, it's not going anywhere. It's one of the reasons, it's in fact one of the biggest reasons that people come to Etsy to shop. And if you find it tough to implement a little bit of personalisation into your items, I'm with you. I did for the longest time, but every single time I've taken the time to try and incorporate some of that into existing listings or even design a whole brand new one with that in mind, it's always done wonders for my shop. And especially with the hopefully busier holiday season around the corner, If there's anything that you can add personalization to, or if you can even add the option of some form of customization to your listings, I would highly recommend leaning into that. Now, those are the three main ways that I try to stand out from my competitors at the moment. And you could do a quick audit of your shop right now and just see if you pass the test with those. It's like, are your photographs different from your competitors in any way, shape or form? Do you offer personalization or customization in any way, shape or form? Do you lean into what makes you unique? You can sit down right now after watching this video and have a quick audit of your shop. This next one is a bit of a bonus tip. And I'm going to be completely honest, it's not quick. So I would recommend this being something that you start now if you haven't already, and see it as something that you give at least a year. Yeah, we're talking about long-term, baby. People buy from people. And sometimes the person behind the product is more important than the product. It doesn't mean to say that you can sell any old rubbish, but it just means that the person who made the thing, it matters to the person buying, especially on a platform like Etsy. So some of you know where I'm going with this and you're not going to like it. If you're not allowing yourself to be visible in your business and in your marketing, you're holding yourself back. Everyone that you know that is doing well in some way, shape or form is visible in their business, and they talk about their business and they promote it. If you haven't got your line in the water, you're not going to catch any fish. I know, I'm here with the metaphors again. This is what happens when I have too much coffee before I hit record. The point that I'm trying to make is that a lot of the sales that you make are going to be people buying as much from you as they are buying the item that you make. And so you shouldn't be afraid to put some of you and your personality into your marketing, into your business and into your shop. How that looks is going to be completely up to you. I mean, for me, part of that is showing up here and not stressing the fact that I know come editing, I am going to be a hot mess and cringing away. But you know what? I'm sticking with it because this is me. So be visible. Don't be afraid to put some of your personality into your business. Do check out what your competitors are doing if you must, but only if you intend to use that information to differentiate yourself. Otherwise, don't bother. Every minute spent looking at someone else's business is a minute that you're not spending on your own. Just saying. Lean into the things that make you unique and shout about that stuff. And if you don't already, see if there's any way that you can add some form of personalization to your orders, because it is the little bit of spice that tends to zhuzh up a shop, in my personal opinion and experience. Now, recently somebody asked me why I hadn't done a Christmas trends video. I wasn't intending to make one this year, but maybe I will. I do have a Christmas planning video part 1 up, which I will link to here. Part 2 is coming up shortly, because now we are in the time of getting ready for that season. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.